Okay. Clap.
1, 2, 3, clap.
1, 2, 3, clap. Oh wait, I messed
You said clap at a different time than you clapped. Do it again. You have too much water?
1, 2, 3, clap. It is super delayed when you do it.
It's always like that.
No, it's not. At least this time you had your hands up in the air.
Does
Usually
that
you,
help?
yes, it does. Usually you have them down below, so I think you're messing with me. You keep them, you're like 1, 2, 3, clap. It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer, everything we say is a joke. How do we instill long-term values like honesty, kindness, and responsibility through discipline?
I know why we kept getting sidetracked.
Why?
I think by modeling the values.
This is through discipline.
Oh, you beat
So,
them
wrong
when
answer. Try
beat them
again.
when they're unkind or dishonest.
Right. You'll get me a switch. I'm going to teach you something about kindness.
That's not kind enough. That's funny.
Long-term values like honesty through discipline. I mean, it's not just through discipline, it's through modeling as well. But when they don't do it, you get pinched. If you're a little shit, then you're going to get a pinch.
Or soap in the mouth.
I've never done that. Of course, I don't really care if they cuss. I mean, you have to punish them if they're dishonest, first of all, right? To you, especially. And I use guilt for that. If
Yeah.
Daisy lies to me, I lay
To
the
me,
guilt
that's the
on pretty
best
heavy.
kind of punishment there.
I mean, it really works when it
Like the
comes to
I hate you. Oh, that's the worst thing you could ever say to me.
that. Well, I guess I'm a bad father. I'm going to leave you and your mother because I think you're better off without me.
I've never said that to my children.
Yeah, me neither.
With a suitcase in my hand as I'm walking out the
You guys will be just fine. Apparently, I'm
door.
the problem.
No,
Fuck off.
mommy, don't go. You're the best mother in the world. Okay, that's what I needed to
Better keep saying that every fucking day, you little cuss.
hear.
Yeah. So guilt's a good one. I don't know
That's
that that
that's our
instills the long
answer.
term
Using guilt.
responsibility. I don't know. I keep hoping that they'll instill that in me. You need to be responsible because I'm not good at it. It's not really my thing.
I just told him one day I'm gonna be too old to work and everything, and you have to take care of me.
Yeah. Good luck with that. I have no faith. Save your retirement money. That's
I
all
have a
I can say.
33% chance with each one. That's how I look at
I haven't seen much from any of them in terms of relying on them.
it. Oh,
All right,
Lord.
let's answer. How do you tailor discipline strategies to fit the unique needs of each child, considering that not all kids respond to the same methods?
I feel like we talked about this before. You wouldn't really know the answer to it because you've only got one child. But you still have to tailor, even if you have one child. When you find out
Yeah,
she's not responding to one method, try a different one.
that's right.
There
I guess
is
that'd be
one.
that would be one approach, or just do it harder.
I mean, yeah, there's one method that seems to work for all of them.
You don't respond to this. How about this? Yep, she responded. That's how you tailor it. How big of a bruise do you need to leave? Just kidding. It's a joke. um, yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm not good with discipline. Really not.
This is the opposite of what you've said in the past.
Is it?
Discipline them. Discipline, discipline, discipline.
I know, but I'm not good at it. I'm not good at consistency.
Oh.
I'm good at reaching the end of my limit and being like, okay. I don't know where that came from.
Right.
I fucking told you. Told you 3
I
times.
know this was fine yesterday when I wasn't paying attention, but I'm paying
Right.
attention
And I may have been joking about it at that time.
today.
Oh, you shouldn't do that. Now, like, I told you not to do that. Who the fuck are you?
the
Yeah.
the kids told me because I asked them something about them being able to tell when I'm joking and when I'm not, which I did recently find out they really don't know, but they did say my laugh is different when I'm serious.
Well, no, in fact, most people don't laugh when they're serious.
You laugh different when you're mad, Mom.
It's a little maniacal. Yeah.
Poor kids.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, Linus was the most different of the other two as far as disciplining. Like, he was probably the most difficult for me to figure out what worked.
Yeah. Your leniency didn't help with him.
He really requires logic. Like,
Yeah, I don't think so.
or he's just pissed off at you.
Doesn't hurt my feelings at all.
You didn't have him long enough.
Yeah, I did.
He was there long enough. In
I
his...
had him plenty long, thanks.
Oh my gosh. Okay, did we answer that now?
Sure.
Mhm. How can you communicate discipline in a way that helps a child understand the why behind their actions, not just the what or the consequences. I guess I sort of said that a minute ago when I said use logic. Yeah. Tell them the logic, the why, right?
Yeah. I mean, I think we talked about that before last time too.
Hmm.
It's
Just
best
be
if you can
careful that
explain.
you're not punishing the kids for being who they are.
I mean, unless who they are is a little prick, then you punish them. If they're good people, then yeah, don't punish them for
I don't think
that.
that's who they are.
Right. So you can punish them for that.
Yeah.
Yeah. What is that?
What?
What'd you just get?
The remote for the ceiling fan? I'm hot.
Yeah. You having hot flashes?
I have been this weekend. I'm menopausing.
Old lady.
Finally, jeez.
Now you can fuck everybody.
With no worry at all.
When do I go through menopause?
You've been going through menopause. When do you stop?
I don't know what that means. Yeah. How do you communicate? I'll tell them why you're disciplining them. That's how you communicate.
You tell them, yeah.
Yeah. With words.
Hmm. I mean, if you find that you're disciplining your child so much that they think that everything they do is bad, you're probably not
Yeah.
being very thoughtful about the discipline.
Yeah.
You
Cross
don't
the
want them to
line.
come away from discipline going, I'm just a bad person and can't do anything
I can't
right.
do anything right. Yeah. Yeah. That shouldn't be the goal. Unless they're just a bad person who can't do anything.
Then
Those
just
people
go
exist, I
ahead and
believe.
institutionalize them.
Yeah. Yeah. When is it helpful to involve your child in the process of creating rules or consequences? And how can that shape their understanding of discipline?
I know you don't like this one, but I sort of like this one because discipline doesn't have to mean punishment, right? It's disciplining yourself. Mhm. Keeping a list and checking things off the list and accomplish how to accomplish things in a systematic way. You can even talk about disciplining yourself to do a project, right? So how do you set up your plan for how you're going to get it done in the time frame allotted?
That's not what the question asked. Good answer. I agree with that. But that's not what the question
But to bring it back to the question, and I had talked about it before, having the kids sort of set their own limits and times, right? So how I did with them for the bedtime routine. So first asked them what they wanted to have as part of the routine. We wrote the things down and then I had times and they just set which thing happened at what time. So they set their own schedule that way.
How's that working
Well, that was when they were
out?
kids. They had now they do whatever
They're
they
still
want.
kids.
All
They're
right.
still very much kids.
All right. I'm not going there with you and Daisy. I don't
What?
know.
She's
She's
a kid.
gone. She's out of the
She's
house.
16. Pretty much an adult.
No, when they hit a certain age, I started telling them they could go to bed when they wanted. They didn't have to. They go to bed at decent times for the most part, but it drives
Yeah,
Jason.
that sounds like a really
It
good
drives
discipline
Jason
for the most
crazy.
part.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like it.
Oh, whatever. Do you tell Daisy
What?
when to go to bed?
She's 16. They're not 16.
Luke's turning 16 in a month.
He's not 16 yet.
So I gave him the right to set his own bedtime earlier than you did for Daisy.
Yeah, you were wrong and I was right. It
Nope,
happens. I'm
I
used to it.
disagree.
Reminds me of world history back in high school.
Change your
You were
answers.
wrong and
Change
I
your
was right.
answers. No, no. No, no, no.
The grade begs to differ. I was better than you were.
I learned my lesson. Do not listen to what Jake says.
I mean, I definitely think if you're talking about like letting them create times and that kind of shit, that's something that should come much later. You know, like I started doing it with Daisy when she was 15, but younger than that, no. And you have to enforce it on them anyway. If they say they're going to bed at a certain time, then they need to go to bed at that certain time. They can't be like, oh, I said this, and then I just do whatever the fuck I want anyway and stay up
Yeah,
all
no,
night on
that's what
my
I said. When they
phone
were
or
young, we had
whatever.
the schedule, we had it posted, and we would look at the time, or they would. We've already had this discussion. Yay for spouses.
What you're supposed to do and what you do, or especially if you're up together like watching a movie. Oh, fuck the time. I'm not good at discipline either. Shit, I'm ruining this child.
I do think it's
Yeah,
okay to break the rule on occasion, depending on what the rule is.
I mean, I don't know if I think it's okay, but I do it a lot. It's probably not okay.
I don't know. I do think kids really like structure.
Yeah,
They
that's why we're
thrive
bad
under
parents.
structure. They thrive with structure and knowing what's happening from day to day. Not, we're on our way to school, but I've changed my mind. Let's go to Six Flags today.
Yeah. And
Bad
tomorrow we're
parent.
moving to Buffalo, by the way. What? You know. The curse of being my kid. No such thing as roots. But that's the reason I had a kid. So I could take her with me.
But I did let, like, if Linus questioned a rule or the consequences, I let him ask and us discuss it. And
I
sometimes
mean,
I would change it depending on what his argument was, if it was
yeah,
logical. Yeah.
I would do that with Daisy too. She wrote
Yeah.
me an essay on why she should be allowed to have Snapchat on her phone. She wrote it.
Did you tell her to write an essay?
I said, you have to make a good argument. And she wrote an
Uh,
essay about it. And I let her have it just because she wrote the essay. The argument was a little weak, but
Linus wrote one about why they should be allowed to have cell phones in class.
to you, it's not your rule.
He turned it into the teacher.
No. They're like, yeah, go sit down, dumbass. You can't have cell phones in
No,
class.
she said, actually, I think it was a he. He said it was a very convincing argument.
What? I don't know what you would argue for that.
I don't remember the, but I know the main part was that they could uh, use it to do research to help with what they're discussing in class.
That's what the library is for. And homework. I hate that they do research on the computer. It drives me fucking nuts.
Well, do you ever take her to the library to do research?
She's 16. She can drive herself.
Before then?
Yeah. Joy would always take her to the library
To do research?
for whatever.
No.
For whatever she needed. There's a library in school, Nat.
Oh,
It's not inaccessible.
our kids don't have
Maybe they
one.
don't have those in Texas.
No, they don't.
Did
Not
they
in
burn all the
school.
books?
Not, not in school.
They did when Daisy was there. They had libraries in her schools.
They don't
They don't
have
have
one here.
libraries at her school, at their school.
They don't have one.
That's
Not at the
weird.
school they're at now.
It's sad. I guess none of them would go there anyway, so it doesn't really matter.
Hmm.
So involve them. I don't know. I mean, I would do that with Daisy when she was like on her phone all the time, and I'd talk about restricting, or set time limits and that sort of thing.
Yeah. But you'd involve her in it?
I mean, I'd listen to her when she complained about it.
And then you
She'd be like, "But that
said,
makes me be on the phone more because I'm trying to use up all the time." I'm like, "That's stupid." Not a good argument. Try again.
I mean, you could actually test that one. Okay, let's remove restrictions and compare how long you were on the
I
phone.
did.
Hmm.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because you can measure it on the
Yeah.
Google app. No, honey, sorry, wrong. Yeah, I mean the phone's the biggest fucking headache that I've had to deal with her growing up.
Mine's the video games.
Yeah, I
I
mean I
mean, the
wish I'd
most
never
helpful
gotten her a
thing was
phone.
not letting it in their bedrooms.
Yeah, yeah. When Daisy was young, especially, I wouldn't let
Yeah.
her have the phone in there. Like,
No
I had to
electronics in the
put it on the counter.
bedrooms. Yeah.
Yeah,
And it's funny when you have that as a rule from the beginning, it just becomes like normal.
yeah. Well, her friends would come over, and I'd make them put their phones on
I
the thing
remember.
in front of the house. Phones, y'all go play.
Hmm.
I'm
I
not gonna
remember.
sit. I mean,
I remember
yeah.
being at a friend's house one time and they had a party and everyone at the party was on. In fact, they were messaging each other during the party when they're sitting next to each other and everyone would laugh and I'm just sitting there going, "What the hell? This is the most boring
Are
party."
they all making fun of you?
Maybe, I don't know. I don't care. I said it. I was
Yeah.
like, "This is a pretty boring party." And then they all go,
She thinks it's boring. We think it's funny.
Then I went and made margaritas and people put their phones down.
I can't see.
This
You
is
just
fun.
gave me pure tequila.
This is fun. Now this is a fun party.
Yeah, I haven't experienced that. People on their phones and
It
shit.
was really eerie. It was weird.
Yeah, that's weird. None of our people do that. We had that big Thai party here last weekend. I don't know that anyone was ever on their phone. Even the Tesla guy.
Even taking pictures and recording. And
I'm
they're
sure some of the
Asian?
Thai people took pictures, but
Yeah.
I don't notice that. But they weren't like texting or doing
Yeah.
anything like that. We did karaoke most of the night down in the basement.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
We had a big night of karaoke. That was fun. A couple of guys who said, "No, I never sing. I never sing." Oh, they sing.
Hmm.
They fucking sing.
Yeah,
It's fun when everyone gets into that.
I know.
It's one guy like 70 something. No, I don't do that. I don't. He got up and sang.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was cool.
Once they figure
God,
out
he
that,
didn't look 70 either. He looked like younger than
once they
I do.
fig once they figure out there's no judgment in the room, then they
Yeah,
start to open.
yeah, we're all terrible. Like, who cares? Except
Hmm.
that one guy from, he's Scottish. He can sing really well. He's got. I'm like,
Yeah,
sing
we've
just David
done we've
Bowie.
done the karaoke here, and there was this one girl. She was like, "I never
Yeah.
sing," and she got up there. We're like, "You should be singing
Uh,
for a living!" Like, what the hell? What do you mean you never sing?
this guy didn't say I never sing. This guy's like, give me the mic. Turn the volume down. I'm really loud.
That's awesome.
But he's got a good voice. I enjoy it. Anyway, so yeah, phones at parties. I mean, I understand if it's like work or something urgent that you gotta handle, but like my boss, I told him I'm taking a trip, and yeah, he's like, well, you're gonna have your phone with you. I'm like, I'll have my phone with me, but I won't necessarily be cogent if you call.
Yeah. I've had
You
my
might
boss
want to
call
ask
me on the
someone else.
weekend before.
Ah, you should come over here. We're having fun.
Yeah. Come hang out with us.
That's back when your boss wasn't a cunt.
Yeah.
What
Mhm.
role does failure play in encouraging children? That's an interesting question.
I mean, I don't know that failure encourages them, but we can encourage them to do better when they fail.
Yeah,
I think that it's very easy for a child to become dejected or say it's not worth it when they fail at something.
yeah, I think so too.
Hmm.
You've
So,
got to be understanding and
hmm.
put it in perspective, right? If you fail something, then it's not the end of the world.
Yeah, it would be up to,
McDonald's is still hiring.
but I mean, I keep going back to the whole music thing or any, if you can pick any activity that you can make them, just pick something that you make them stick with so they can see how you can improve on it, right? So even if you do something bad in the beginning, you can make it better later as you learn more about it and get better at practice makes perfect kind of thing.
Mm,
You actually can improve.
yeah,
I just feel like that's so important. And it shouldn't be a video game.
right.
When should you encourage a child's effort versus their outcome? And how should you encourage it versus their outcome?
What's that mean?
I don't know. Why I'm
Effort
giving you that
versus
look.
outcome.
Mhm.
Oh, it's like at least you tried.
I
That's
don't
how
know
I
that
do it.
I've ever said that.
You tried.
That's not
There's
how you
that.
do it.
I'm like, you should have tried fucking harder, huh?
Yeah, I'm like, what kind of effort did you really put into
Right.
that?
You didn't even try. But you probably should encourage the effort. I don't know. I guess I do it with sports because I don't really care about the outcome.
Uh,
You know, because she'll come out and be like upset if she didn't
yeah,
accomplish what she was trying. I'm like, oh, you tried. You did what you could. Who gives a fuck? It's not like you're going to the Olympics.
I guess I haven't experienced that as much.
Mm. I mean, Daisy would make her, she would cry when she
Hmm.
was doing swimming if she didn't do what she thought she should. I messed up on this. Make herself throw
No,
up
mine's
trying
like,
so
I'm
hard.
the best player on the team. Well, your team sucks.
Yeah. Being the number one loser isn't something to brag about. Yeah. I mean, I felt bad for Daisy when she played basketball because she was terrible. Yeah. And all those kids, they played in like two different leagues and they played all the time. She didn't even know the rules. She's like running around. Like, what am I supposed to do?
Oh, that's
Poor
adorable.
baby. It was bad.
Luke in soccer, like running up to the ball and sees another kid coming at him and he stops and go ahead. It's fine. You
Yeah.
take it.
Yeah, then I might disappoint. Dude, give the ball to the other team.
But Lane played every sport there was, and I always had parents coming up. He really is an all-around athlete. He can do everything, and I'm like, he's not that good. I don't know if you saw him miss that catch, but I did.
It was in his hands. No excuse.
But he intercepted. He stopped the other team from catching it, but he didn't catch it. He dropped it. I obviously don't know anything about sports.
I just, I mean, I always made Daisy do it to stay in shape. It wasn't really about
Yeah. Mine was
winning.
to get him out of the house and doing something. I remember Lane going,
Yeah, that's what
"Can
I
I
mean.
not
Yeah.
play a sport this semester? I've been doing it all year." And I'd say, "What are you going to do instead?"
Yeah.
And if he
Yeah.
didn't have an immediate answer, nope, you're playing sports.
Yeah. You have to.
Plus, I
It's
like,
an important.
I mean, Daisy didn't do team sports as much, but I like the whole teamwork aspect of it. Him having to work with others and learning to get along with others.
Yeah, I think that's good. I mean,
Hmm.
besides basketball, she didn't really do that.
Yeah, I mean, it's,
Swimming, they
but
had a
but
camaraderie in
Daisy's sort of
swimming, but it was
outgoing
individual.
anyway. Like,
Yeah.
I think, although I have to say Lane was too. I remember when we first moved to a new neighborhood, he didn't know the kids, but there's a group of kids playing basketball outside. And he just walked over and stood there and ended up jumping into the game with them. It was
Yeah.
funny watching because I was watching to see what would happen.
Yeah.
Hmm. It's pretty interesting. Yeah, Lane was good at
Making
joining in.
friends.
Hmm. Not like us.
I mean, I got good at it.
Not as a kid.
Oh. Oh, other kids are here. Let's go home. ruining
Kids
our
are,
good time,
yeah,
motherfuckers. Oh, I used to hate it when they'd show
me too. It always felt so awkward because they were going to want to play with
up.
us. Ew.
I'm just gonna steal your toys and go.
No, this burning hot slide is mine, not yours. Wasn't there someone
I mean, it's
talking
still
about that?
nice. Like when we lived in Texas, we'd go to the pool a lot, me and Daisy, and half the time, like it was just me and her. It was a huge pool. Like we just
Where?
go
I don't
in
remember that.
Sydney, in Frisco.
Oh, oh.
Yeah,
Yeah, that was a nice pool.
it was. But every once in a while, you'd go and there'd be a ton of people there.
Luke was, I mean, Linus would just start talking to the other people, but Luke
Remember
would
when
get,
we went? There was no one there. Luke had to hop the fence because the key didn't work.
oh, yeah. We made
There
Luke
was no one
climb
there to
the
open the door for us. Yeah. All to ourselves. We're all trying to figure out how can we get over, and then Luke's inside. Like,
fence.
fuck, how'd you get
Yeah,
in
we
there?
didn't even tell him to do it. How did you climb that stone fence?
It wasn't stone. It was metal and had
Oh,
spikes
I
on
thought it
it.
had stone in the beginning and then the middle. Yeah,
Oh,
it had
maybe.
spikes on the top. I do remember
I would have been freaking out if I'd seen him. He's gonna rip his nutsack open.
that. You and I were devising a way, like, lift the latch. We just need something to stick through here to go lift the latch.
No, it wasn't a latch. It was an
Uh,
electronic thing. I took my cane after that because it had a
yeah,
hook on it and you could just reach in
that's
and
what I
push
was
the button.
talking about.
Yeah. In case the stupid lock wasn't working because it was
Yeah,
always on the fritz. That lock.
you didn't have Luke with you anymore. Go
The
open the
cane
gate.
worked.
Go open the gate, Luke.
Can't believe y'all stayed in that house with us. So small.
It was so tiny.
I know. But it's funny because I'd go visit your house and we'd come home and be like, our house is kind of big.
We had a lot more people in our house.
I just mean like that kitchen area is so narrow at
Oh,
your house.
yeah.
You know?
Yeah, I think the way we've reorganized it, it's a little better now.
Yeah.
Moving the living
No,
room to the front.
with what you pay, there's not going to be anything better.
Do you swipe when you text?
Yeah, all the time. It annoys me when other people don't.
I'll, I got full, but I'll eat it later. And thank you.
You got what?
Full.
You got a fool?
What's your shirt say? Is it broken?
It used to say world's best dad.
Now it looks like
All the
it's
letters fell off.
now it looks like it's supposed to say stupid.
I'm with stupid.
ST blank 1B.
Yeah.
I mean, the one thing that blows my mind is when I see someone with their phone just holding it up and their thumbs just going. I'm like, how in the hell?
With the swipe?
No. They're not
And
swiping.
Daisy uses two thumbs. She doesn't.
I saw someone doing it with one. And it was like a
I mean, I do that if I'm driving.
that bugs me
It's
more than
just a joke.
anything. I can't stand being in the car with people driving while they're texting. That really, but I'm like, you can't, that person can't wait 5 minutes for us to reach our destination for you to respond to their text. Do you remember not having cell
Not 5
phones?
minutes.
Even if it's 30,
Yeah,
they can
whatever.
wait.
Quit being such a judger.
I'm very judgy of that.
I'm good at it.
No, you're not. I've been in the car with you. You are not. Nobody
Did I
is good
crash
at
the car?
it. Nobody is good. Yeah, you can't even see out of your windshield.
What?
Maybe you
That's Joy's
can
car.
now. I was talking about the Kia.
Uh-uh.
You're like, here, have my car. And I'm like, oh, cool. I'm driving it
I
home.
didn't
Like,
give it to you. I gave it to Lane.
why can't I see? Why can't I see? I thought I kept rubbing my eyes. Everything's blurry. And then I do the
Clean the
windshield and
windshield.
there's a streak from, oh.
That car was used and abused,
It was.
but it was cheap. What did I pay? $3,000 or $4,000 for it?
hmm
It got me around the whole
It
time I was
did.
there.
Jeez, that poor car. And
Hmm.
everyone who you gave heart attacks
Oh yeah. I even
to.
had Dustin screaming
You had me screaming in it.
when he was all cool as a cucumber. Jesus Christ, what are you doing? God damn it.
The one is when y'all were on that company scavenger and everyone's like, she's in the front seat, like looking out the window.
Well, that was really dumb to say the first one who gets there gets something. Come
Dumb
on,
to say it to
man.
you.
Yeah, to anyone. Like you're encouraging a street race.
They thought they were talking to adults.
I even told that girl, you sure you want to ride with me? Okay, here we go.
Oh my god. That's always in the back of my mind. That's all I need to do to laugh is picture her face. Like, save me.
We're going 100 miles an hour down the highway on this little fucking blue Kia.
Oh my god.
Yep, I was an excellent driver.
I don't know how.
Yeah.
I remember when I was with you one time, and you're like, "Oh crap, we're supposed to turn there," and I'm like, "Please don't, no, please, please!" I saw my life flash. It was pouring rain, and you're like, and the car's just like, "This is the death. This is my death." I'm begging you, please don't.
We'll make it. We'll make that turn. I have gotten calmer since teaching Daisy how to drive. I've calmed down a lot. It's weird. Although she hates riding in the car with me now. She's like, you're a really bad driver.
Just wait till you're my age.
I ain't got time for this bullshit. Get out of my way. I'm dying here.
Right. I'm on the way down. I'll take you with me too.
Well, plus I drive the truck, so I don't really have a. It doesn't matter if you push the gas all the way down. It's like, here we go.
I'm thinking about it.
When I drive Daisy's car. Zoom, zoom. Hey.
That's when you miss the Kia.
Mm, I love that car. It was a lot of fun. And you could park anywhere. It was so small.
Hmm.
Those big
Oh,
trucks used to
motorcycles
park on the
only? I
line,
can
and I'd
fit
pull up
there.
right next to them so they couldn't open their doors.
You're such a shit. Uh-oh. Did you mess
They'd
something
be like,
up?
no one's going to fit in the space next to me. I will. Oh, I will. I mean, learn to park your fucking truck if you're going to have one.
Yeah.
What's our next question?
It's your turn to ask.
I asked. Oh, yeah. Thank you, honey.
Is it bacon and eggs?
Oh, yeah.
I had crawfish etouffee.
Fuck you. All right. What type of praise is most motivating for kids? General praise, like good job, or specific praise, like I really like how you finished your homework early? I mean, that's not just for kids, that's for everybody. Good job doesn't mean anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
I mean, unless you're talking about how they finished their homework early and you say good job, then it's implied what you're talking about. Hey, I finished my homework early. I don't have to say, I really like how you finished your homework early. You can say good job.
And try not to sound sarcastic when you say
Do you consider this early? That's cool.
it. Good job. You should always be doing
Right.
that.
Do you want a cookie? But yeah, specific praise is better.
Oh, yeah. Well, it means you're paying attention to
Yeah. I really like how you appeared less stupid this week.
I read your paper and you actually have punctuation in it this time. I like
It's all wrong, but you did put
that.
some punctuation. That's specific enough for you?
I also don't like the but statements. Like, I really love you, but.
Well, linguistically, but erases everything you said before it.
That's what yeah, that's
Yeah.
exactly why I wouldn't do
Hmm.
that. So you could
No.
say, I'm not happy that you didn't finish your homework on time, but I really love you. At least they remember the I love you part.
Yeah. In fact, I use this at work. Like I replace but with and,
Hmm.
you know.
Yeah, I get
It's
it.
weird. You get your head to do that, but
Well,
people are not.
also, you're the one that told me this. Try not to use negatives when you say something.
Right.
So instead of saying, Like, I don't like that you finished your homework late. Say,
Right.
I'd like it if you'd finish your homework early. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Or you can change the speech patterns and get through to people more.
Yeah.
It's called neuro-linguistic programming. If you want to do research on it.
hmm And I also try to avoid using the word should.
Yeah.
You should do
I like
this.
to use it with you because you know, man.
I tell you to quit shoulding on me.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna shit all over you.
Should on you and should on you.
Yeah. Shit on everything.
So I definitely think it's more motivating to be specific in your praise than general.
Absolutely. Yeah.
It's a good idea to
I mean,
pay
same at
attention to
work,
what
like
they're
with employees
doing.
and that kind of thing.
Yeah, pay attention
Mhm.
and try to find something you can praise. Don't spend all your time finding the things they did wrong too.
Well,
Those
those
are
things
easy.
find themselves.
Those are easy to
Yeah.
find.
You got to work to find what they did right.
All I hear is that note you missed. I don't know how you did the rest of the
Yeah.
time.
That was great, but God, don't you hate yourself a little bit?
How do you make sure the praise is meaningful and helps the child learn and grow?
Pressing out yet. We're not done.
Oh, sorry.
I don't know. I'm done.
I mean, I think it's easy for you because you're very sparing in your praise. So when you do praise, it's typically meaningful.
The opposite for you. All I get is praise. I robbed a bank and she was praising me for how polite I was to the victims.
And that they didn't get caught.
Oh,
That
they would get
deserves
caught.
some praise. Luke would still be there going, I don't remember why I came here.
Yeah. I know he's done. Yeah.
Forgot what I was doing.
Yeah. I
And
don't.
apologizing to everyone the whole time. I'm sorry,
I mean,
I'm
I think
sorry.
the praise is meaningful if it's sincere, and it's why I don't just praise all the time because I have to. It's like chess. Joy used to always ask me that, like, why don't you let her win? Because then
Let
when she
her
does
win.
win, yeah, she's gonna feel good. She's gonna know I didn't let her.
Yeah, my tune definitely changed between Lane and the other two.
Hmm. I never let Lane win any either, and when he
I
did,
know,
it was a big deal.
I know.
Like, holy shit,
hmm
he beat me fair and square. Like that feels better than letting them win. I don't know how that builds confidence.
Letting them win?
Yeah,
Yeah, I don't know either. Why do people think it does?
maybe it does. Maybe I'm
I
wrong.
thought I thought it did when Lane was little, but then the thing is, if you let them win, that doesn't mean everyone else is going to let them win. So when they go out into the real world and they don't win, I think it's a bigger
Exactly.
disappointment. Like, then they're more, wait a minute, I
I thought
always
I was
win.
good at this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, for me, sincerity. Like if you really feel like they did a good job, tell them what they did. And
Yeah, but you have to pay attention and realize that they do things right. Like there are some people
Well,
that seem to always find what they do wrong.
yeah, and that's an easy rut to get in sometimes,
Hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Especially if they're struggling, but that
You
doesn't
should be
necessarily.
able to go one whole day without criticizing your child. If
Don't be
they're
shit on me.
if you can't make it through a day without
You ought to.
criticizing your child, then there's either your child's a sociopath or you're looking at the wrong things all the time.
Well, I mean, and it depends on the day. You can't just say, like, today I'm not going to criticize them.
No, I
And they
know.
set the house on fire
I didn't
that
say
day. You're
what
like,
day. I
yeah,
said there should be a day, not
yeah,
every day.
not just a day. It should
Yeah,
be the norm, right?
right.
Rather than
Mhm.
the exception.
Right.
But it depends on the kid, too, right? If they're fucking up all the time, then they're going to get corrected more
Well,
often.
can't it depend on the parent as well? Like if you think that your child needs to get up at 5 a.m. every day and they're up 10 minutes late every day, then you could just criticize them for getting up late every day.
Or they could just get up every day on time that they're supposed to get up. I mean, that's discipline.
Hmm. Or coming
You join
home
the army,
on
that shit
time.
doesn't fly. You get up at the fucking time they tell you to get up. If you don't, then the whole fucking crew
But
gets
but in
punished.
the
You
army
know?
you're surrounded by people who are all getting up. It would be hard to sleep in there, right? Wouldn't it be
No,
more
it's a
hard?
discipline thing.
Isn't it
More
more
hard.
hard to sleep
It might be
in?
more hard.
Isn't it harder to sleep in when you're in a
Yeah,
room with all the lights on and everyone else is getting up?
not for me. I can sleep through anything.
I remember I was on the other side of the house and both our doors were shut and your alarm woke me up and you're still fast asleep.
Yeah.
But
I'm
that's
not
what I'm
saying I
talking
have the
about.
discipline. I'm not good at it, but I think that's the idea behind it, right? And I don't. I think it's a good thing.
I think it could
If
be,
he's
but I just think some people aren't predisposed to being able to do that.
they're not.
I mean, I just keep going back to Lane coming home on time, and we tried to punish that out of him, right? And some of it comes from being
Coming
easily
home on
distracted.
time. What do you mean?
When he'd be outside playing, and he had his two watches with alarms set on both of them.
Yeah, he's kind of a special case. But like Daisy, she started slipping and she was late to school twice. And I said, we're not doing that anymore. You're going to start taking the bus. I'll take the car away. She gets there 10, 15 minutes early every day now.
Yeah, yeah.
You know, like, and I don't mind. I'm not awake. I'm asleep when she leaves the house. Like, that's the discipline, right? Like,
How do you know what time she's getting there if you're asleep?
I see when the garage door opens and I can track her on the phone.
Uh,
And they send a note if she's late.
that's the better one, yeah.
Mhm.
Hmm.
But she did that twice, and I'm like, we're not doing that. That is unacceptable, and I don't know who would exhibit that type of behavior about school. You need to take this shit serious.
Yeah.
Yeah. Certainly, I would never behave that way. I just wouldn't go to school.
You have to give yourself a sense of urgency.
Yeah.
I mean, it's some people it's just hard to do that.
Well, I mean, and I told her that too. You know, it's
Mhm.
disrespectful to the teacher to come into the class late.
Well, it's disruptive to the whole class.
And disrespectful to the teacher. All
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Mhm.
She does have a healthy respect for teachers. I've bred that into her from an early age.
I respect teachers a lot.
Me too. Yep. They're trying hard, so you can try
And they're
hard
trying
too.
hard with a lot of kids. It's
Oh
important
yeah.
to treat them with respect,
Hmm.
and help them as much as you can.
Yep.
I remember when Lane was little and I asked him, "Why do you think your teacher is there?"
What do you say?
He said, "To watch me."
What?
He meant like to take care of me and watch me. And I'm like,
Mm.
no.
They're not babysitters.
Yeah. I'm like, no, they're there to teach you something. So you need to sit there and pay attention so you can learn.
Yeah.
And I was like, and if you do pay attention, you will learn something. And they'll
Yeah.
love you if you ask questions too.
Yep. Be engaged.
Hmm. Was that the answer to the question? How do you make sure the praise is meaningful? Is that the question we were on? I don't
I
even
think
think
we
we were
got
talking
there.
about that.
We did. We
We
talked
did.
about sincerity and,
Oh, okay.
you know, hopefully there's something to praise.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
There's nothing to praise, don't do it,
And
Natalie.
then you're a more awful parent than I am. I'm not the worst. Yay. I'll take that as praise. Oh, the next one's pretty good.
What is it?
How do you encourage us?
What?
You. I said the next one's good, and you're just like waiting for me. I guess I have to prompt her to ask the question. You're not drinking enough. Get more water. You're
I'm
too
fine.
serious.
I'm not serious. I'm waiting for you to read the fucking quest.
How do you encourage a shy or introverted child to step into social situations or new experiences?
A Shire child?
Shy or introverted?
And I'll read the question. How do you encourage a shy or introverted child to step into social situations or new experiences? I don't really have a shy or introverted child.
Daisy was.
No,
Yes,
she's
she
never
was.
shy. Mm.
About certain things, like getting on stage.
that's that's a little different. Go sing and play guitar on stage in front of these 200 people. Why are you shy?
She and Luke both are like, and the drummer's like, look at me, I'm not shy.
Get behind the drums.
Get in
Nobody
your
wants to
hole.
see you.
Get in
Yeah.
your hole, Peck.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't consider that an introverted behavior.
Luke's was. I'll
Luke's
tell
shy
you
and
how to
introverted.
encourage him. Let him have long hair so he can hang it over his face and not see anyone.
Yeah. Let him play with his fingernails when he's in front of people. Or just force him. No, you're fucking singing on this song too. I can't sing. It doesn't matter. You're singing.
I don't want to sing. You
Nobody
wrote
asked
it,
what you
you're
want.
singing it.
Yeah. I don't know.
Also, their school having them stand up in front of everyone and
Yeah, that's
present
good.
starting in
Uh-huh.
kindergarten was very
Yeah,
helpful.
yeah, that's good stuff. I try to move a lot, so she has to make new friends. Got no time for shy. You got to make friends,
I think
new
being an
place to go.
only child encourages a child to be less introverted too because they want to
Yeah,
play with
maybe.
other kids.
Yeah, yeah.
Luke didn't have to be out there because he had Linus to go to play with or Linus to introduce him and speak for him.
But now he's got friends.
I
Out
know.
there actually hanging out and shit.
I know. And it's more than just one. He's like got a gaggle.
Yeah. I would call it a gaggle.
Because there's boys in it.
Well, for that, yes. I mean, it's like four kids, right?
I don't know. When they went to the mall, there were like seven of them.
That's good. But still no spending the night. Would you let them spend the night at their house?
Yeah.
He didn't ask to.
No, he doesn't even want them spending the night at our house. He's like, I can only take so much socialization. Now I need to go in my hole. Leave me alone. No one talk to
He should
me for a
he
whole
should have been the
day.
drummer.
Right?
Yeah,
So I don't know how you encourage him except going places with them, forcing them to go to perform.
but that's different. We're talking about social situations, not necessarily performing is a different thing. I mean, Prince was a shy person,
That's right.
but not on stage.
That's right.
You know, a lot of performers are that way. So I think more about social situations, like when you go to a party and there's other kids there. I mean, that's how I encourage it. Go play with those kids. Leave us alone.
I
Wait,
mean,
bring me a beer first.
Luke would just go sit off by himself.
And what would you do?
Me, when he's sitting by
Yeah.
himself, I'm busy talking to people.
So you don't encourage him to step into social. Yeah, fuck it. He seems happy.
I mean, when we'd go to the playground, he would usually just be playing by himself, but he was having fun. So. Even Linus would go and play with other kids, and Luke would sort of just go by himself. If it was just him and they were like us, if it was just him, or Luke maybe more like us, if it was just him and Linus, he and Linus would be playing together. But if another kid joined in and Linus started playing with the other kid, Luke would go off by himself. Sometimes he'd play with the other kid too a little bit. I guess
So
it
you
just
didn't do
depended.
anything to encourage him.
Taking him places. That's how I encouraged him, not keeping him stuck at home. He had to go places with us and do new things. Like they're not going to go try to experience new things on their own.
Yeah.
I mean, I think that's all I can do. I can't force him, like, go say hi to that kid. I can say that, but that's all he'll do is say hi and then go off by himself, you know?
Yeah.
Sometimes there'd be the funny kids. I love these kids that would follow Luke around and pull him into the group, make him
Yeah.
play. Yeah. Those are the kids I like. Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's good for him too, because he will join in.
Right.
So if you can find those kinds of kids, that's good. But I think you're not going to find them if you're just sitting at home. You have to take them out of the house.
Yeah, that's right.
Mhm. And we'd have the big birthday parties at our house where the kids would be like, we don't know who to invite, so we'd invite their entire class. Everyone's coming to your birthday party. And Luke was joining in with the kids then too. He didn't sit by himself then. Especially if you have activities that all the kids are doing together, that helps. It's much easier for kids to engage with each other when they're engaged in an activity.
Yeah.
What do you think?
I don't know. Didn't have that problem. I don't consider Daisy shy enough
Yeah,
in those situations. She can
I
be
didn't have that
playful.
problem with Lane. Luke's really the only one.
Yeah.
But I also didn't try to make him feel bad about himself for being shy. Some people are just shy. I do remember when we took him to get the vaccine, and he's taller than I am, right? And they asked him, how old are you and what's your name? The standard form questions, what's your name? And he ducked behind me. When the
Daisy will look at me. It drives me crazy when adults ask her questions. Like, how old are you? She'll look at me like, you don't know how old you are? I'm not answering for you.
what you need to do is answer with the wrong age.
Oh, that's a good idea. He's 32, right? He's 32.
No, it's got to be younger. 12. She's 12.
Apparently she's 3 because she doesn't know how old she is.
It's okay. I look at Jason when people ask me how old I
Be like, are you twee? You twee?
am. I'm like, you can't hide behind me. You're too big. Get out and answer.
Yeah. And what do you like to do? Like all this school stuff, right? Like,
Yeah.
what are your hobbies? And she'll look at me. I don't
Phone.
know.
The phone's
What are your
her
fucking
hobby.
hobbies? You got like 100 things you like doing, so I
Yeah.
don't know why you got to look at me.
Linus answers something different every time someone asks him that, and I'll be like, really? You do that?
I'm a drummer. He used to drum. I play soccer. He's on a team.
He's the best player on his team.
Yeah.
Or so he said.
Jesus, that kid.
I know.
All
It's
right.
funny.
How do you encourage a child to embrace a growth mindset when they struggle with difficult tasks or challenges? Get up,
Okay, what?
do something.
Oh,
Huh?
that's your answer.
Yeah.
Thought you were telling me to get up and do something.
Mhm.
I am doing something.
But I mean, for me, it's a lot of that, right? Like,
Yeah.
don't sit around, keep moving. Because that's what I struggle with. So, so I see it immediately. If you're having a lazy day, now get up, go take a shower, start moving.
Yeah, but it says when they struggle with difficult tasks or challenges.
Yeah, getting up's difficult sometimes. For me, anyway.
But if something's not working out, like there's, to me, I teach them more how to research it and think outside the box. What else can you do that might make this
I
work?
hate that you said that.
Think
I
outside
can't
the
stand.
box.
I can't stand that phrase.
Yeah. Just
It is not
think.
right.
To me, it's more
Yes.
think. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's
There is no box. That's
right,
stupid.
right. Yeah.
People always tell me that. That's a really outside the box comment. I'm like, I don't know what box you're talking about. It just seems obvious
We
to
don't
me.
have boxes or lines or anything here. We just blurt out whatever comes into our heads.
I don't know what the fuck else you would think of.
Yeah.
To me, if there is a box, this is squarely in the center of it.
It's funny.
It's the only solution. Uh, yeah, I don't know. I mean, ultimately, you gotta put things in perspective, like I said before, right?
What do you mean?
Just
What are you
what's
looking at?
possible and what's important, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and whatever. It's just fucking life. It ain't gonna be easy. Parts of it are gonna suck, and then you're gonna have a really good time a lot of times. So do that.
That's why education is important. It helps open doors so you can have more good times.
Yeah, it's true.
Yeah. Hmm.
But it's not the only thing. I mean, some kids start businesses when they're fucking 15 years old, you know,
Yeah.
and do a good job with that. Yeah. Daisy's got some friend who's already doing that, making money.
Nothing wrong with that.
Probably end up making a lot more money than
Hmm.
going to school for 8 years and getting a job working for someone else.
Yeah. But I would say that's unusual for a kid to be motivated that way.
It's unusual for a kid to be motivated, period.
Yeah. Well, there's a question. How do you get your kid to be motivated about anything?
Yeah.
What are you looking at?
Something on the floor I'm playing with
You
my
keep
foot.
looking down.
I don't know what it is, even. Some metal piece of a thing. I was just playing with it with my foot.
Like, why does he keep looking down? You've been doing it the whole
Well, I picked it up now, so I won't look down.
time. And now you're back to playing with your fidget spinner.
Yeah. I was playing with both. I'm like playing with this with my foot, and then I don't know. I mean, yeah, to me, you have to encourage them to like that, right? Someone starting their own business. Like, there's other avenues that could be different.
You have to be a supportive parent too. Like a
Yeah,
kid who wants to start something, push them to do it. You said you want to do
yeah.
this, let's do it. Yeah.
Linus loves that. I told her I might be interested in photography, and she bought me a $10,000 camera.
And made
Put
me
me in
go
these
take
lessons.
pictures.
Won't let me back in the house until I have a reel. So you can go overboard with that stuff. I tend to do that too, right? Oh, you're interested in this? Here, have this, have that, have that, have that.
It's exciting
Because we never
when
had that when we were kids, right? It was always like, I want to, I want to do this. Well, tough shit. We ain't got no money.
I mean, mom bought me that piano.
Yeah, that's true.
Hmm.
Yeah,
With
she did.
half the keys missing. It
Hey,
was
she tried.
something.
It was
Yeah.
still encouragement.
Yeah. We would have made me learn it. Now you're going to write a song in the next 2 weeks and perform it for the family.
Put you in lessons, but
Yeah.
again, that's more money, right?
But
She
you
didn't
don't
have a
have
lot
to
of
put
money
them in lessons either. Luke
back then.
didn't. Yeah.
Luke's not an excellent pianist, first of
No.
all, and second of
I
all,
didn't say
like
he
you,
was.
you didn't
Jeez.
have the internet when you were young. Like,
That's true.
like it's a lot easier now to
Yeah.
figure that stuff out. But I don't know how you're going to learn the piano without a teacher
I learned about
back
the
then.
notes and where your fingers went. How did I learn that?
Yeah, but you didn't learn like proper technique and all that
Yeah,
kind of
that's
stuff,
true.
Yeah. So,
But I gave up pretty fast too.
yeah, yeah. The one thing I wanted to do that she didn't put me keep going was karate.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
right. Hmm.
But again, it's probably just money. Didn't have the money for it. So can't really blame her.
You think that's what it was, money?
Hmm.
Mm.
Money and time, probably. Who's going to drive him back and forth? You weren't driving at that time. We were younger.
But you even wanted to do it when I was driving.
Maybe not so much then.
Mm-mm.
But even then, it costs money, right?
I'm surprised I didn't offer to pay for it. I was working.
Yeah, I don't think I was that interested at that
Yeah, you
time.
must not have said anything, or I
I
probably would
started
have.
doing it again, like later in high
Yeah,
school. Well, I
yeah.
started doing that shui chao and kung fu
Hmm.
and that stuff.
But you were interested in the music side too, but you did all that on your own.
Hmm. Yeah, but I
How
wasn't
did
very
you
good at it.
how did you learn to play?
I don't remember. I used to play along with other music that I liked.
Yeah, but
But
how'd you
when I had
even
that
know where to
shitty
put your
guitar,
fingers on the guitar?
I don't remember.
Hmm.
I'm sure I had a book or something.
Yeah.
Plus, Greg, I had Greg. He knew how to play.
How? Did he
Him?
get
He took
lessons?
lessons. Yeah.
Okay.
And everyone could kind of fuck around on the guitar back then. That was just a
Hmm.
thing.
Yeah, I know. I had a friend that was in piano lessons, but she hated it. Her parents used to make her practice every day,
Yeah, it's good.
and I was jealous.
Daisy didn't love it. She
Mm-mm.
didn't mind the lessons, but the home learning.
Same with my
Well, she,
kids.
well, she got to a point where I couldn't read the music anymore. And she's like, "Was that good?" I'm like, "Sounded good. I don't fucking know what you're supposed to be doing anymore."
So Linus would be like, "You don't even know how to play the drums." I'm like, "Yeah, but I can hear."
Yeah, I can hear. That's what it sounds like to me. Slow, fast, slow. Yeah, drums are tough. I mean, you gotta have a real,
Discipline.
yeah, with the metronome.
Yeah.
Like you gotta have a real fucking do that all the time.
Hmm.
I would not be good at that.
You're good at
And there were
discouraging kids from doing it. Now
from
do
playing
it
with
with
the
the
metronome.
metronome again and no, from playing the drums altogether.
You got to live with that fucking thing. That's
Yeah, I know.
You should never practice the drums without a
You did it.
metronome
You
ever.
did it with Jesse too.
Oh yeah, and he got much better when I did that to him.
Yeah.
So much that they thought it was a drum machine when he would listen. We had to loosen up when we recorded the like, you guys sound like a machine. Uh, all right, maybe too far.
That's funny.
But it helps.
Hmm.
So I don't. I mean, to me, especially when they're kids, and this is something I haven't done well is stop. I mean, talk about the future and teach them about money and that kind of thing, but don't force them to like you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a lawyer, kind of thing.
Hmm.
Like teach them that there are other avenues to be successful in, and you don't have to be rich to be happy. That's something I struggle with because I have to have money to be happy. Not everybody does.
I think it's okay to encourage them to do something where they can have money.
Yeah, I can have money, obviously, but you
Lots
don't
of
have
it.
to be. I mean, that's a symptom of how we grew up, too.
Yeah, because we don't have any.
Mm-hmm.
Hmm. I mean,
Yeah,
it's getting
nothing
harder
wrong.
and harder to support your family off of one income, especially. Like, you can't do it.
Right. Yeah. Most most families have more than one income. If there's
Yeah.
two people in the household.
Hmm.
Just say it.
Yeah, but Papa and Grandma only had one income.
That was a different time.
I know, that's the problem.
No, I mean that's the problem of allowing women into the workforce, right? It is. Like you used to be able to support a family off one income, and that was the expectation. Now it's two, and that's the expectation.
You think that's why things have become more
I think it.
expensive?
I think it's part of it. Yeah. I don't think it's a bad thing. I mean, I think for
I think
women's
it's a bad
independence and
I
all
don't
that.
think it's a bad thing for women to work, but I think it's a bad thing that that made things become more expensive.
Well, I don't think things are more expensive, but
Yes, they
you
are.
get paid. You get paid less when there's more supply of people working, right? It's an economics thing, supply and demand. So
I
there's
know,
more
but
supply.
I
The
don't think
demand
it
is the same, so
I
the
think
price goes down.
but I think it's the cost of living has gone up more than
Well, yeah,
salaries.
yeah,
Mm.
that's right. But I don't think you can
But I don't
ignore
think the
the
cost of
supply.
living.
Supply for labor has doubled, right, since women are in the workforce.
I understand that,
Yeah,
but I think that it doesn't match with the increase to the cost of living. Like, I think that companies have become greedier, CEOs are greedier, health insurance, all that stuff is more expensive.
sure.
Mhm.
Yeah, those are separate conversations. Yeah, they're all part and parcel.
Yeah, I think people should still be able to support a family off of one income.
Yeah, but you're the only one that thinks that. Nobody else thinks that anymore. That's just not the way it works.
And that's unfortunate.
Yep,
And
it's a bunch of bullshit.
but it's leading to the but it also leads to the disparity between the ultra rich and everybody else. Like, the loss of the middle class.
That's right. Absolutely. I mean, any opportunity they get, they're going to take more and more.
It's crazy. It's so I don't know, selfish. I wonder
Yeah.
how this newest generation's going to be and when the really old people finally die off, what's going to happen.
I mean, Gen X is kind of a disappointment, right? Like,
That's not that surprising. We just sort of.
it is to me.
It is.
I mean, but it was very anti-establishment, I
Yeah.
think, growing up. I,
It was a little bit of a rebellious generation. Like
yeah.
we just want to have fun. We just want to have fun.
I
Which
mean,
is
there
a
was,
problem.
I think, disillusionment. There was a lot of that.
Hmm.
But, they're all just Trump supporters. Okay,
Hmm.
that's not going to help you.
Hmm.
Anyway, we digress. Growth mindset, blah, blah,
I
blah.
think, yeah,
How can we encourage resilience in kids when they face setbacks?
through discipline.
Why'd you get set back, you piece of shit? You're supposed to get set forward.
I'm trying to think of a setback to use as an example on one of the kids.
I don't know. Teach them to meditate. That's my answer for everything.
But what would you consider a set? Oh, like not doing well one
Yeah,
time in school, getting bad grades. That's a pretty big setback, right?
I don't know. I mean, it goes back to my comment earlier. Like, different people have different paths. So you have to accept that. And when you accept that, then that teaches them to accept these things and it relieves the stress, I think, and the pressure.
Also, you can try different things just because this method didn't work for you, like you did poorly in the subject this time, then what can we do to help you get better or refocus maybe into a different area that you're better at?
Right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah. Lean into your strengths.
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, I think you encourage resilience
Don't
when you're
focus on
accepting.
don't focus on the setback or the failure so much. Focus on what you can change to do something better in the future, right? Change your focus. Or what can you do to fix it? Yeah.
Yeah.
It's again thinking, just thinking. Like, what are different things you can do?
It's thinking and accepting.
Mm-hmm.
I've been focusing on acceptance a lot lately. Not something that comes naturally to me.
No, it
I've been
doesn't.
working on it.
Mm.
Yeah.
Hmm. But I mean, what if it's something that they really, really want to do?
Fucking try harder.
That's where
You
I'm
really,
like,
really want to do it, then you should really, really try.
yeah. Or change your style, yeah. Go try doing it a different way. Yeah.
I mean, I think if people really, really want to do something, then they fucking do it. It's a symptom of doing the wrong thing if you're failing at it.
Or not doing it correctly. I know
Or
Linus,
at all.
yeah, Linus,
Just laying around and thinking
yeah,
about it
but
isn't
Linus has
doing at
had,
all.
well, I think a lot of kids have had the thing where they do the, I know how to do it, I don't need to listen to you, and they go do it their own way and fail.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that happens.
Yeah. So that's when you encourage them to try something new.
Yeah,
or
and so
try
you don't
doing
really
it.
want to do it.
No.
Yeah.
No, I don't agree with that. I guess you don't really want to do it.
I mean, if you're not gonna fucking listen,
They might
you're
be
gonna go
more
do it your own
open
way
to
and
listening.
fail.
They might be more opening to listen, open to listening when they fail at it their way. But give them a chance to do it their way. Maybe they thought of something you didn't.
Yeah. I'm waiting for the day.
Me too. But I'll give them a
Go
chance.
do it your stupid way and fail, you stupid idiot. Come back and I'll be like, yeah, I told you to do it this way. Well, I still don't think that works. Well, go fuck yourself. Do what you want to do.
Yeah,
You
I mean,
got to learn to listen or don't. I don't
I
care.
remember with the thing, like, well, why don't you try this? It was with the drums with Linus, and he couldn't get
Oh,
that
yeah.
one transition. I'm like, keep doing it over and over until it becomes muscle memory. And he got
Yeah.
mad. And, that's not what you do. Rah, 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 rah. I left the room, and 2 hours later, he comes out and goes, you were right.
Yeah. It's not groundbreaking shit. You got to practice it to get it down.
But he spent 2 hours trying it his way first. And it was
So
fine.
dumb.
Like he learned.
It's not fine. To me, that's the biggest disappointment. Is that you're too dumb to fucking listen.
But it's a learning experience too.
It's
I mean,
stupid.
when you were a
The
kid,
first time it's
you don't
fine, but
listen to your
when that's your whole fucking personality and you do that every time, like come on, man, fucking wake up.
one day he will be right.
Still waiting
none
for the
none of us
day.
none of us know everything.
I don't think that's what I said, but
Yeah, it is.
experience matters.
Yes. Hmm. I know when I was
And it's a flaw if you don't listen to people when they're
I don't
giving you
know, like
advice.
I was
Could be right or could be wrong, but you need to listen and consider.
when I was directing the IT department and we had like some error occur and the system goes down, the whole system goes down, and our network manager comes to me. I tried this, I tried this, I tried this. I don't know what to do. I'm like, well, if it was me, I'd go look at this and see what's in there and try that. And he's like, that doesn't even make any sense. It's not going to work like that. I don't even understand why you're saying that. That's what he said to me and left. And a couple hours later came back. I went and did what you said and it fixed it. How did you know?
Well, that's what I mean. It's
Yeah,
a flaw in the way people take in information. Like,
yeah.
and I mean, how do you train that out of the kids? Is what we should really be
Well, it's not
addressing,
just
right?
kids,
Like,
it's adults too. That's what I'm saying.
well, yeah, because they
Yeah.
were kids and that's how they were raised.
How?
So how do you raise them in a better way so that they're not like, well, I'm not going to listen to you. I'm going to do it
Yeah,
my way.
that's a good point.
How do you instill that in them to listen to people?
Mm-hmm.
And I just get annoyed and tell them to fuck off. Go do it your way. Don't come ask me for help. Leave me alone.
Yeah, sometimes I get, well, even, I mean, I typically just say, like I did with him, like I'm not gonna have a debate with you. I'm just telling you what I would do, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. This is
But
how
when
I
they do
would
that
go about
over and over again, I'm just like, I just don't even want to fucking help you at all. Because you never listen.
it. Yeah.
My time is valuable. Don't
No,
waste my time.
my,
Don't come tell me about a problem. I tell you something to try and you're like, oh, it's not going to work. Well, then don't come to me
I
anymore.
mean,
Apparently, you know everything.
if they can't make the connection right then and there, they have to go play around and figure out, oh, that does work. That's fine
Yeah,
with
but
me too.
eventually they need to recognize that
I
I
think
didn't
of
listen.
I think eventually they start making the connections on why the thing would work. Like,
That guy you were just talking about
yeah,
didn't. He never did.
he did
He still thinks he
eventually.
knows better. No, but I mean at the moment.
Oh, yeah, I
Not
know.
like I know better. Da, da.
Yeah, but
When
he
people tell
did.
me something that's a different idea than what I have in my head, I listen and I consider it and I think
Yeah.
about it.
Mm,
I'm not like, no, my way's better.
yeah.
I'm like, oh, maybe you have an idea. And I explore it and
Or
ask
you say,
questions and
that's
this and
interesting.
that. Sometimes things are just wrong. The EVP of finance tells you, well, if interest rates go down, we're going to do fewer mortgages. Huh?
Huh? That's interesting.
that's that's not how mortgages work. You really didn't. You really don't. When should you encourage a child to keep trying, and when is it okay to let them take a step back or take a break?
Mine's if they're getting so frustrated that they can't focus anymore, then let them
Yeah,
take a break. Yeah.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah. Just stop working on that right now. Go do something else. You can come back to it later.
yeah. Go for a walk. Do
Yeah.
something physical.
Yeah.
Clear your brain.
Come back to it tomorrow. Go to
Yeah,
bed
depending
and
on the timeline.
go to bed thinking about it and you'll dream the answer.
If it's due tomorrow and you didn't start on it till today,
And
then I
then,
bitch at them for about 30 minutes.
yeah, yeah.
And no, you can't take a break. You have to do this. And
That's
it's going to
different.
suck.
That's
You have to
different.
accept that it's going to be a piece of shit because you waited till the last and you're not like me.
But I also jump in and start helping and talking to them about it too, then. To and I get excited about
I don't know what you mean by helping, but hopefully you're not
helping.
doing the work for them.
Hell no. But if they have a project where they have to put stuff on a whiteboard or what or on a poster board, I'll cut out the pictures for them. But they have to go print them out and everything. But I don't mind cutting
Yeah.
things out for them and then they can glue it on. So I will sit down and help them. Or I'll ask them questions if they had to read a book. I'll start asking them questions about the book.
Did you read the book? Have you seen the book?
I'll be like, "Did you see this? Da-da-da-da-da. That's interesting. What do you think about that?" Okay, that sounds good. Write it down. There
They'll
you
be like,
go.
I didn't read the book, Mom. Please tell me more. What does the book say?
Yeah, most of the time they've read. I don't know any time when they didn't actually read the book.
Really?
Hmm.
That's surprising with Linus.
Of course, read. They looked at the words, but it didn't get absorbed. That's a problem.
Luke, I could see that with. Not Linus.
Mm.
Linus, I would think, just didn't read it at all. I had those moments.
Yeah, Linus is
Not
pretty
reading
good
at all.
about it.
Is it? That's good.
Hmm. I guess some of it too might help when they're in class discussing it. We read this chapter last night. Now let's talk about it. If you haven't read it, you just learned everything about it during the class.
I used to do that. The books I didn't want to read. Just
Listen to the.
regurgitate what the teacher says on the
Yeah,
essay.
yeah. That's smart too.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even if you
Gets out of reading books you don't want to read.
have read it, regurgitating what the teacher says is smart because you know they'll agree with you.
Yeah, that's a really good point. Yeah, that was your point.
Yeah.
Thanks. That was our last question.
Hmm.
Part two of discipline versus encouraging your kids. Slap them down. That'll
That's called
encourage them.
that's called encouragement.
That's right. Bad kid.
In this pinchy, 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 pinchy.
Mm.
Uh, we don't have anything else to talk about.
I think we're done with this one.
Yeah.
I'll call you. We have other things to talk about, but we're done with the podcast.
Okay, I'm gonna stop recording now.
Wait,
Bye.
like, share, subscribe. Bye.
It's a joke. It's a joke.
Disclaimer: everything we say is a joke.